We are live. This is really interesting. This should appear on YouTube. It should appear on Google Hangouts. And this is now the whole world. Not really, just nobody watching me talk to myself. And I'm going to run over some features of Google Hangout, which seems to be a commonplace for me to be. You can quite hear in the background. I have a child and a lovely mother sat watching, wondering why on earth am I talking to myself. So I'm on a desktop on a Mac computer. On the top right hand corner I can see the live button. This is the first time I'm attempting to do live. If you've got Google Plus, then you should have a YouTube account automatically. Next to in the top right hand corner, when you got the live button, once you've gone live, gone through all the text messaging business, you can change within moments a blurry sides called focus. We've got a brighten function. We've got a spotlight which focuses in on me, and we've got warm, which makes me look so much more darker, smooth, black and white, back to original. But the enhanced version looks terrible compared to the original, if you ask me. The focus does seem quite nice, and it seems brighter than the smooth. The spotlight actually does seem quite nice overall, because it does focus on my face. There you go, there's no easy way to say that. Let's give it some focus, okay? So you guys can just focus on me on this live broadcast on such a lovely date. So that we've got this embedded. Today's Monday the 6th of July, and I am purely just playing around on Google Hangouts. On the left column is your toolbar. Sorry, I skipped the top, which is the obvious buttons of where you can invite people, control the microphone, the camera, adjust the bandwidth setting, and end the call. I suppose when I end the call, or at the bottom of the page, click on stop broadcast. The other settings I read out were up there, or if you don't hang up the call, which is the last one along, this way, then stop broadcast is at the bottom. I think I can see the live button is there, but if it's mirror reflected, obviously on the right corner, sounds like it could be on that side. But on the long side of the left panel, we have a draw function. Why would we need to draw? Well, searching for a face, and now I'm going to select the color blue and draw but it's not really letting me draw, if that makes sense. It is, but you have to be within a certain parameter. So this is interesting. I'm not sure how this could be used. So that's me drawing. And I don't know if you can see that, but actually what it's doing is mirroring and I'm totally just ruining the lovely brand that I have. And you can really see some amazing text moving because it seems to have attached the text to my face. Some amazing stuff. Just for, I mean, my eyeball just can't seem to get away from that letter E. Let's pick an impact font, and before I place it anywhere, I will type standard font with 2 exclamation marks. Let's put a capital F for font, and I will click just once there, and what do you know? It's now following me around. I'm going to try and put it in the bottom left corner if I just click once. And visually it seems to cut something off. It seems to really want to stick to my face. And part of that reason is because in the corner, in the top right corner where it's got all these color tools and where it says draw, stamp or text, but just above that there's another box that actually is ticked on face. Which is why it's following me around the face. But if I click on the box is just a box, but it's supposed to symbolize the screen. So if I click on standard font on the bottom left corner, we can now see that it's stuck to the bottom left corner. Now that I'm irritated with it all, I simply click on the bin button, and it puts everything in the bin. It doesn't put one, it just puts everything in the bin. Wow. So going back to the left-hand corner, if I just go to chat, if I find that the draw icon button, I can click on it and the tools will remove. I can see if I click on chat, I can actually talk to myself. Test. Welcome chat to myself. Start, enter. There's emojis and links, and the links would connect to your Google Drive as well. So really quite weird and interesting. There's also a capture button, a screen share, a cameraman button, which cameraman sounds fun. And the cameraman is interesting. So it comes up on the right with the cameraman tools saying, show or hide participants in your broadcast with this button. As your guest joins, hide their audio and video from my broadcast. Yes. Oh, so it's basically giving me the settings so I can control if I hear people or not. So I'm going to put people on mute, broadcast the large video that I see to my audience, and hide the other video feeds. I don't know, maybe. But more things to play around with. I've also got the control room dial. It just gives me chances to eject any bad actors and weird stuff like that. And finally, more dull, not so exciting. It's a bit like this spotlight, which I don't think is that great. Also gives me a lovely set of characters, which are effects, and I believe that I am, fingers crossed, let's see, hey, there it is, I am an angel. I believe I am an angel. Very good. Must be talking to an angel. Remove all effects. And once you've finished this, you can each have one of your own graduation hats, as I do, attached to my head. Wow, that looks special. Let's remove my hat. So I will take it off. That didn't even look good, did it? And finally, YouTube. I have no idea what the YouTube button does. I've clicked on it, and it just allows me to play with more settings. So that's the YouTube button. That seems to confuse us even more. So as you can tell, this is quite a powerful tool. Just underneath that, beneath those ones on the left, there's 3 dots that if you click on, you can actually add even more applications. As if this wasn't more powerful and far too powerful, it's even more confusing. That's a quick overview of me talking my way through. Sorry I didn't use the screen capture button more effectively. Actually, and there's also a presentation button. I mean, this list of tools there we go. I had you on mute for a short while. God knows what else I can do. Quite a lot. But one thing for sure is when you pick your tools from the left column, in the bottom right column where you normally get the Google Hangout view of the people that you're speaking to, it says you. And if there's a little arrow button on there, and you can see that once you've added the things from the left column, it appears in that corner as well. So it's almost like a quick tool. So overall, quite interesting. Right at the bottom as well, it seems to have popped up with a take a photo of myself shot, which I clearly don't want to do. What I'm going to do is get rid of the side effects. I've actually just clicked on the cross, which means I've got rid of the app itself. And the app does still appear there under more recent apps, which is the 3 dots. So that's kind of a quick overview from me, talking through Google Live streaming, which you can initiate after verification of verifying it through a mobile phone number. You can record for up to 8 hours, apparently. So that's been fun to do. That's it, really. I hope you've had fun listening to me rabble on for a bit. And now I'm going to, I just realized that it's chosen to get rid of the button. So actually, when you do screen capture, you've got to click on capture to switch it off first before you can stop broadcasting. So now that I have done that, I've got rid of it, I can now stop broadcasting. So thank you for watching, and please feel free to comment and tell me if you use this and if you've got any tips, because I'm still new to streaming live.